Hey, welcome back to day number 9. The prompt for today is throw. A very interesting prompt and one that you could do just about really anything. It's a pretty generic prompt, but I started off by sketching a hero that could flick or throw things with incredible accuracy. And this is I'm getting the inspiration from this from a professor of mine at college that had the ability. He could actually do this. He could throw thumbtacks in a certain way and with a certain speed that he could get it to stick in like corkboard and even like just normal walls. And so this was kind of the inspiration. Then I switched over to kind of a hero that I was thinking of some other things, and for some reason I was just like, the other thing that people flick or throw are boogers. And so I was just kind of like, man, it'd be kind of fun to do like a mucus hero or something like that. And so I started sketching out this hero that, in essence, he's kind of a creature or a hero that has like an exoskeleton. So the actual alien is the mucus inside this kind of armor or shell that he has to protect him. And so, but then he can also throw uh, bits of himself to either for attacks or to like cling to walls or stick and stuff. So, but I had started with this kind of initial sketch and I kind of liked it and stuff, but I ended up actually changing it here in a minute. I got all the way to the colored phase of this, and then I was just kind of looking at it, and I was looking at the other heroes that I had drawn, and I just wasn't that happy with this one. So I wanted to do another one, but I kept this one just for if I wanted to use it later on, or potentially I may use him as kind of another hero from that, or potentially another villain from that species as well, because there's more than one of these guys, as you'll hear in my backstory that I have for him and powers. So, but yeah, this one was kind of a fun thing. I actually liked it going from the initial direction that I had, where it was throwing tacks, although that is kind of a cool idea. I didn't like that entirely because it reminded me too much of like Bullseye from the Daredevil TV shows and stuff. And so I was just like, I want to do something a little more different. So the other thing that kind of inspired me was an old Sega game. It was called Booger Man. And it was just kind of a really weird video game with a lot of toilet humor, I guess you could say. So, obviously an 8 to 10 year old boy would really like that kind of game. But yeah, I enjoyed this one and I enjoyed the direction that it went. So I initially did this kind of a design. I'm kind of just finishing up the coloring here for on the mucus aspect of it. And so I don't even know where I'm at here. Oh, there I am. I'm coloring the big blob that he's just kind of flicked out towards the audience here. But as you can see, a lot of times as illustrators, we'll either do or get really close to finishing a piece and decide that, it just isn't working, and we'll do something completely different. And so, but yeah, so yeah, I was just looking at this one and I was looking at kind of the other heroes and stuff that I had done, and I just wasn't entirely, it may have been just like potentially the color, or I honestly don't know what it was that I just didn't really like about this particular piece, and so I ended up changing it. But so here you can see I switched over to do kind of a different, it's the same kind of concept, but it's a little on the different side. So it kind of a more of a focus on the aspect of there's actually something inside armor rather than like that other one felt more like it was just mucus on the actual armor rather than the mucus living inside the armor. And so as you can see here, I changed that up and was tweaking the differences. And so obviously it's just kind of this one-eyed ball of mucus that lives inside this armor, and they live inside of it, for protection, and that also helps them increase. If you've done any research with like crabs or crustaceans, you'll understand that they use it to help protect their liquid insides. And so, and it's an interesting thing because when you think about how their legs work and stuff, I read an article where the thing that we have as humans that's very similar to it is like hydraulics. And so like hydraulics that you see for like on big machinery and stuff, and how a lot of these animals that have these liquid insides like insects and some of these things, they have like really fast attack speeds, or they can move really fast, or they have really, enhanced strengths and stuff, is because their joints work differently than ours. Ours are more like rubber bands attached to bones, where theirs are more just solid pieces of metal, I guess, with hydraulic insides that they can just utilize that way. And so that's kind of the same concept that these mucus entities use. Is it's more kind of a, so these guys are really strong and obviously have a lot of the same attributes of and concepts that I had with the other one, is that they can throw the slime and all that kind of stuff. But we'll cover that more in the powers and backstory when we get to that. So, but I really like this one a lot better. I think it was just more or less the colors and the concept more. Like I had said, I just really liked this one. Felt more like it was something living inside armor rather than the other way around. So, but let's get to the backstory and powers. So this hero is named Muci, and let's go into the backstory. So, the same alien invasion that plagued Earth and the hero Renegade also devastated a planet named Aura. This planet was attacked by this malevolent race when the Earth was still experiencing the Renaissance. Like Earth, the peaceful inhabitants were slaughtered without mercy, but something rare happened among the Aura people. Some of them, out of unjust rage, reformed their souls after they died into a kind of ectoplasm, which then destroyed the invading species. So they drove them off the planet with these new heroes that have came out of the unjust slaughter that happened. Although rare, many of these warriors came into existence. A lot of them decided to stay on Aura and help rebuild their planet, while a lot of the others decided to go to the stars and to help other unfortunate planets that were experiencing the same unfortunate chaos that this race was doing. And one of those planets was Earth. So let's get into the powers and abilities of this hero. So as a result of dying cruelly, it caused these souls to take on a very powerful form, which the people of Aura called Muci. This form is a second life in many cases and provides many powers and abilities. Due to the fluid form, they can perform many tasks. They can extend their bodies to extreme distances. They can throw their essence with tweaked properties like electrifying it. They can add poison to it, or they can add an explosive compound to it. They are extremely hard to destroy due to their ability to alter their physical makeup, and also due to their exoskeleton that they have taken hold of. This exoskeleton/body armor also provides them with added durability and increased physical strength, like we had discussed, like utilizing it more as hydraulics than, like what we use, like our muscles for more of rubber bands. These guys are a little on the stronger side because of the exoskeleton that they have. So, but once again, thank you for joining me for day number 9, which is Throw. And the hero for today was Muci. We'll see you next time. Thanks.